Bay Ridge. Welcome to another edition of After Hours. And as I mentioned on Sunday, this is going to be a special edition of After Hours. We were looking at the concept of being discipled and discipleship in the various ways that we can learn from other people. And this is a special one because today, as this comes out on Tuesday, November the 1st, is actually my daddy's 84th birthday. And I was going to do just a little bit of a tribute to especially Daddy, but also my mama, that I was very, very privileged to have them as parents. I mentioned on Sunday, that kids are in many ways discipled by their parents. They learn to mimic and imitate their parents. And as I think about teachers and the people that have taught me and influenced me throughout my life, it makes me incredibly grateful for my mama and my daddy. And so as my dad's having his 84th birthday today, a shout out and a happy birthday to you, Daddy. But I just wanted to talk a little bit about that and how much I'm appreciative of him. As I said, disciples learn from a master. They're actually taught things. And when I look back, I can see how my mama and my daddy, through many, many conversations, taught me much of what I know through countless hours of teaching me how to read. Daddy taught me how I should think and read, how to work through things, to understand. Daddy is a voracious reader, and my love for reading, my love for study came from him teaching me the importance of doing that kind of thing in school, just learning in general. And so just as, the disciple and in the scripture, they learn from actually being taught. Mama and Daddy taught me so much of what I know. I don't even remember the early years of them going through and teaching it. I also am very, very appreciative because they displayed godly character before me. I've come to realize the older I get how important that is. Many people find it hard to be able to respect their parents. Mama and Daddy made that very, very easy. I can say even before my parents were really walking with Christ actively, they were people of great character. They were people who were respected by the community. Specifically, as a man looking at my father, my daddy has always been a person of integrity and faithfulness and love. He displayed for me what it was like to love your wife, to care for her, how to love and care for your children. He cared for me and my sister. Daddy modeled a great work ethic. He modeled serving others. And so here on his 84th birthday, I want to say how grateful I am that he did that. And as I look back in my own life, the best parts of my parenting and what it meant to be a father, the work ethic that I have, my attempts to serve others were really caught because I learned them from observing Daddy as a husband and a father, and Mama and Daddy just in the way they loved and cared for us, and what it meant to be a person of character and integrity. And then finally, even we mentioned about the disciples learning from the rhythm and the practices. As I said, I didn't just see my parents talk about hard work and diligence. I actually observed that in their lives. They taught us how to do that. In the case of me being a man and looking up to my father, Daddy rose early. He was very organized. He worked until the job was done. He taught me so many life habits and skills that were, again, just simply taught. I can also say for my dad who worked outside the home, he put family before his career. I remember when I was about to head into my teenage years, my dad took a job change and went into a place that really meant he was no longer really going to be promoted up through Nabisco, but he did that because he wanted to be with his family. And it was a life lesson that taught me that I have carried all the way to this day. The life rhythms and practices my parents taught me, Mama and Daddy both taught me that, to say that you love someone, to speak affectionately to them. They both taught me physical affection, things that often many kids grow up today and don't have, things that I oftentimes took for granted when I was younger, but the older I've become, the more I really, really appreciate it. So I would not have used the word when I was young, but all of these ways, through words through character, and then just through life rhythms and practices. Mama and Daddy discipled me and trained me and have had the biggest effect of anyone else in my life. And so, Daddy, I say to you on your 84th birthday, happy birthday. And to both Mom and Daddy, I love you very much. I'm very grateful to be able to say that I'm your son. It's been a great, great privilege. And when I think of discipleship, I think of just the way you all raised me and the things that you've taught me that continue to bear good fruit in my life till today. So I hope you have a wonderful birthday, Daddy, and I hope everybody else was able to get something out of this special edition of After Hours. And if you still have your parents around, or somebody that's impacted you like this, take the time and tell them how much you appreciate them. I hope you all have a great week. I will look forward to seeing everybody. If you can come out on Friday night for Ken Boa, and then this next Sunday as we gather together for worship. Have a great week. God bless.